I'm like, oh my God, Maz, we're going to get
I never had my head rubbed more at one night than last night. We really have a hell of a GM here.
Is Jameson Williams the guy?
Georgia was the best team in the country last year, correct? They beat the hell out of Michigan, 5 first-round picks. They were about to lose, not to Alabama, to Jameson Williams.
Lions made the trade up from 32 to 12 and got the wide receiver from Alabama, Jameson Williams, who many people thought would be the number one wide receiver off the board if healthy. And he tore his ACL in the national championship game. And after that, you knew he wouldn't be the first one. But nonetheless, when they traded up, first of all, let's talk about that. When they traded up to get that pick, I almost lost my mind.
I'm with you, man.
Because I thought it was for Malik Willis.
Me too.
I did.
Right.
Me too.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought they were trying to go get Malik Willis.
We have that video from last night if you'd like to see it.
Let's
go to the brass rail last night about that time when we're all looking around and all of a sudden we get the news. Corey writes us and say, hey, they're trading up.
I was super excited to hear that move. And if you hear the excitement of the crowd right there, you saw the Detroit Lions fans. They're excited because it was an aggressive move. They're excited because you moved up. They're excited because it's aggressive. They're like, well, okay, this is different. We never do things like that. And then you go get a guy like Jameson Williams. You get an Alabama guy, an Alabama wide receiver. You know their track record in the NFL. I'm excited. It was a hell of a move. I love the move. You got to have a receiver like Jameson Williams. He's fast. He's electric. He can run good routes. He runs all the routes, runs the deep over, runs the comeback. He's the guy. You see where the NFL is going? You got Devontae Adams. You got Tyreek Hill. You got Jamar Chase. You got these guys. He'll be right in line with those guys.
So when the Lions, when the news was that the Lions were trading up to 12 from 32, here's how it looked at the brass rail. This is great.
We're getting them. Malik.
Oh my God!
That's funny.
Are we idiots
that
or what?
That is everything.
Idiots or what? I was so all in on this guy. I'm like, oh my God, Maz, we're gonna get.
I never had my head rubbed more at one night than last night from Ryan.
That was so great.
I don't know how you thought he was going to be drafted at 12. When they moved up, I knew what it was.
You thought Jameson Williams at 12?
I didn't think Jameson Williams,
okay.
but no. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think Jameson Williams, but I knew it wasn't going to be Malik Willis because they didn't have to go up that far to get him. So I knew it wasn't going to be him. It surprised me when it was Jameson Williams, but it was a good surprise. I was like, holy shoot. They're like, they paid attention.
Dude, and then I was like, so I'm literally racking my brain here, Braylon. I'm like, who are all the players that they could get? Is it Malik? Yes, maybe they got Malik. Is it Kyle Hamilton? I'm like, please, you don't have to trade up for Kyle Hamilton. For whatever reason, I don't know what the kid did to me. I don't want any part of Kyle Hamilton.
Because his fans pissed you off.
Maybe.
Guess what? The Ravens got him, and we're going to look back and say, holy crap.
Well, that's fine.
I'm just saying, he's on the right team.
Okay, that's exactly what I was about to say. Him by himself, I was going to say, we wouldn't look like that. But the fact that he's in the Baltimore Ravens, Marlon Humphrey, you got Marcus Peters over there. You got that squad over there.
Look out, man.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
So here was my other thought that was going through my head.
Kevin Lloyd?
No, Jordan Davis. I was thinking to myself, holy crap. The Lions are just going to go up and just have a defensive line that dominates and get Hutchinson and Jordan Davis. Who went the next pick?
Only reason why they wouldn't have done that is because if you're looking 4 years from now, you're essentially going to be paying Hutchinson and Jordan Davis upwards of $200 million. They wasn't going for that.
But I mean, think about the offensive line. They got 3 first-round picks on their offensive line. So I was thinking to myself, well, what about 2 first-round picks on your defensive line?
But they jumped.
Go ahead.
When they jumped up to 12, they jumped the Eagles. Now, I think, when I've read a lot, the Eagles, they're always going to draft a receiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the Eagles, I think, had their eye on him. When the Lions took him, the Eagles made that deal with Baltimore. They made that deal with Baltimore to get Marquise Brown. And they wind up getting Jordan Davis, which But they paid Marquise Brown $100 million contract for 4 years.
And that's AJ Brown.
I get the Browns.
Yeah,
No,
AJ Brown. And
AJ.
that's a really good point. And I raised this last night on Twitter. For the Lions to get a wide receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, have him in year 2 on a rookie deal, have Jameson Williams on a rookie deal. When you see these wide receivers getting north of $20 million, A.J. Brown gets $25 million a year just last night signing the extension. It's now 10 receivers over $20 million a year. I think having a rookie wide receiver, or a wide receiver on a rookie contract is becoming almost as important as a quarterback on a rookie deal when you talk about how to build a team to have a sustained championship level team.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is going to come back to bite some of these franchises. I mean, look at this Tyreek Hill. Like, Tyreek Hill leaves. He goes to Miami. Everybody's like, oh, well, they still have Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid is the guy that got them to the Super Bowl. I don't remember them winning any Super Bowls before Tyreek was on the team. I don't remember Andy Reid winning any Super Bowls before he was on the team. Devontae Adams, they get rid of him. Oh, it's cool. They'll replace him in the draft. They'll find somebody. You're going to find another Devontae Adams. You're going to replace Devontae Adams.
Right.
All this stuff. Like, look at A.J. Brown. It's cool. We'll get rid of A.J. Brown. We'll turn into Treylon Burks. Is he really going to be A.J. Brown when he's healthy? Is he really going to be that good? This is going to come back to burn some of these franchises and building these players up and then getting rid of them, discarding them, and trusting the younger talent.
100% accurate.
It's going to burn some of these guys.
Did you see Lamar Jackson,
Devontae Adams don't fall off trees. I'm sorry, Maz. Did you see
100%.
I wanted the Lamar Jackson tweet when they made that trade. Look what he said.
WTF.
Houston Texans and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, come on.
He's like, where the hell did my receiver go? Where the heck did he go?
Well, I think he's feeling like that, and I think Aaron Rodgers is feeling like that a little bit.
Aaron Rodgers today, all of a sudden today, it's like how many months? It's been a month since Devontae's been traded, right? Today he comes out and he says, I was surprised that we traded Devontae Adams.
That's because his ass was watching film of last season, and he was looking and realizing, damn, he's gone. I don't have the best wide receiver in the NFL. You just can't replace some people. You just
can't.
can't.
Picked 2 defensive guys with their first 2 picks.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question, then we're going to hear from Brad Holmes. Is Jameson Williams the guy? Is he a slam freaking dunk pick at 12? Braylon?
Yes. Georgia was the best team in the country last year, correct? They beat the hell out of Michigan. They beat the hell out of Michigan. 5 first-round picks, all defensive, by the way. They were about to lose, not to Alabama, to Jameson Williams. Yes, he is worth the pick.
ACL, man.
I tore my ACL and made the Pro Bowl a year later. That was 2006 and 7.
I know. I'm just saying, it's still an injury.
That's another good thing about drafting Jameson Williams. He's a guy that's going to block. And when you play for the Detroit Lions, that line they have, they're going to run the ball. You got to be a guy that wants to block. You got to be a guy that's physical. Like he said in there, he's gritty, he's physical, wants to contact.
And he's 174 pounds.
Everybody, except Sheila and Martha Ford.
They get $1 billion pass.
Everybody was on their feet with the pick of
side to
Jameson
side.
Williams.
Rocking side to side.
Wow.
Anxious.
Holy Toledo.
Did you see the hug with Brad Holmes right there? That was his move. He is a wide receiver guy. You know what he did with Cooper Kupp. You know what he did with Robert Woods. He wanted that pick. He moved up. But I think another reason why you're seeing everybody stand up, because that was an aggressive move. They pulled it off. They wanted it. They knew they were going to get Aiden Hutchinson at 2, if not Thibodeau at 2. They were going to get one of them at 2 anyway, so it's kind of like, it's going to happen. That was an aggressive move, and it worked.
Brad Holmes looks like a kid in a candy store.
So far.
Don't forget, there's a guy that was in the background. He was a scout. He was a helper to Les Snead and all those. Now he's running his own team. It's like he was born. We really have a hell of a GM here. We really do. And the Pistons with Troy Weaver.